Hey YouTube, how's it going? Felix here, just doing my third update video on the Renault Clio. Hello kitty, how's it going? There's a cat there, lovely. Just doing my third update video here on the Renault Clio. Let's jump in. I wanted to just do this quick video just to show you a couple of interesting things and just answer a couple of questions from the previous videos I've made. If you haven't seen any of my previous videos on this car, this is my 2020 Renault Clio S Edition with the 1.3 litre TCE automatic EDC engine. If you haven't seen my first video, I'll put a little link here in the pop-up banner. You can click on that and have a look at my first video. Yeah, the reason I want to do this video is I've just today got back from a road trip I did where I drove to Wales and back. I live in sort of Surrey, and the trip to Wales and back was 348 miles. And this is really what I want to show you. Can you see this? 62.1 miles per gallon UK was my overall fuel economy. You can see it here as well in the middle of the screen. 62.1. So I drove from here to Wales. It's like 95% of the journey was on the motorway. I drove at around 65 miles per hour. I'll put what that is in kilometers per hour on the screen now for you if you're in Europe. But I drove, at a relatively like eco-friendly speed of 65 miles an hour. Not too fast, not too slow. And I managed to achieve 62.1 miles per gallon, which I think is really, really good. And, I had the heater on. I was playing music. I wasn't driving like a grandma or anything like that. I was driving normally, just at a sort of relatively sort of lowish speed of 65 miles per hour. But anyway, yeah, 62.1 miles per gallon. I think that's really, really good. This little car is fantastic on fuel. I brimmed the car. I filled the tank up to the max because range is also quite a big concern. Obviously, it's great to have fantastic fuel economy, but if the car's got a tiny fuel tank and you have to fill it up all the time, then that's sort of annoying. So the fuel tank, I filled it before the start of the trip to the brim, and then at the end of the trip when I got home here, after 348 miles, I had about a third of a tank left. So I've got about a third of a tank of petrol left, which is pretty good if you ask me. It means it's around sort of 500-ish miles for a full tank of petrol. So yeah, very, very happy with that. To be honest, I couldn't be much more happy with the fuel economy of this car. Another couple of things I want to mention. In my previous video, I mistakenly said that there was no way to stop the air coming through the vents. And I'm in fact mistaken. There is. Some lovely commenters got very sort of triggered and definitely got very upset at me for saying that. I am sorry. What you do is you just turn this knob across to the right like that, and that effectively locks the air off and stops it coming through. It works on all of them like this. You just tilt this across all the way to the right, and then that stops the air. So yes, I was wrong. I'm very sorry. Yes, thank you for pointing that out to me, much appreciated. Also in my second video, I mentioned how I didn't particularly like the gearbox at low speed and how the car was quite sort of juddery and felt not very progressive in terms of the throttle response at low speed. It's definitely still there. It's definitely still a problem. But now that the car has done a bit more miles, it has done actually quite a few more miles. I'm on 1,940 miles. I'll put the kilometers now on the screen now for you. But I've done roughly 2,000 miles on the car, really run it in. The gearbox does feel better. It's definitely not perfect, but it's definitely better than it was. And it is getting smoother at low speed, and it feels like it's bedding in, and it's just a bit nicer. So yeah, other than that, in terms of mechanical issues on the car, absolutely none whatsoever. The car's behaved itself absolutely perfectly. Everything's working beautifully. I really, really love the big screen. I think it's a great choice. I love the options I've got on the car. I love the Bose system. Very, very happy with the sound quality in here, the speakers, especially for a cheap car like this. It's really, really impressive. Really, really happy with Android Auto. The system did get a software update the other day. And to be honest, I couldn't really notice many changes, but I feel like Android Auto maybe is a little bit snappier, a little bit quicker to sort of connect to my phone and the maps come up. Maybe that's just me. Maybe it's sort of psychosomatic and really nothing's changed, but I feel like it may have got better. I guess that matters, right? In terms of stuff that's on the car, the only thing that I've been thinking about this, what options did I miss on the car? Was there anything I wish I'd spec'd on the car now? Did I miss any options? Overall, on the whole, I would say no. I'm very, very happy with the specification of the car. But one thing I feel like on this road trip I did for 350 miles, one thing that would have been nice, it's not a deal breaker, one thing that would have been nice is the radar guided cruise control. So my car has regular This one here is the sort of the speed limit button, which just limits your speed at a set speed you can set. And this is the cruise control button, but it doesn't have these buttons here, which are for the radar guided cruise control. I imagine these buttons are for radar guided cruise control. So yeah, the car doesn't have radar. I'll show you as well. If you look at the front, if you look at the front, you can see the sort of plastic plinth is here. So this is where the radar sensor would be. But on mine, it's just a sort of piece of plastic, and there's no lens there for the radar sensor. But apart from that, I think the option choices are really, really good. So yeah, thanks for watching this update video, and let me know if you have any questions at all, and I'll be happy to answer. Have a good day. Take care. Cheers.